Good afternoon everybody, it's Hugh coming at you live from Berthon down on a very sunny, slightly blustery south coast. Today we're going to look at someone from Lake Como. So this is property of a lady. She is a Comitti Breva 35, so really rare boat here on our coast. Offers a huge amount of phenomenally competent deep V hull, really good accommodation inside this amazing, really funky cockpit. So let's go and take a look around her. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, welcome to Berthon. Today we are looking at this beautiful Breva 35. Built in small numbers by the company Comitti Boats, who are based on the shores of Lake Como. She is an aggressive deep V hull design. As you can see, she's been copper coated from new. And we're just going to take a really good look around her. So up in the bow you've got a self-launching stainless steel anchor with bow docking lights. She's painted in a beautiful iridescent deep midnight blue, bow thruster and a beautiful Rosso red waterline stripe, easily seen on these lovely tumble-homed top sides. So Comitti Boats, founded in 1956, they've been building for a really good long time and delivering a very high quality product. They have been building both lake boats and more offshore coastal cruisers. This is their 35, she's a 2020 model. She's powered by a pair of Mercury V6s. They're the 3-litre diesels, blowing out 270 horsepower apiece, putting drive through this pair of alpha legs on the aft end through a pair of duo props. Beautifully, beautifully finished. This is the cassette ladder which pulls out of the bathing platform. She's also equipped with underwater lights and just an absolutely stunning boat to see in the flesh. Actually a very, very practical boat. She's rated RCD for 11 people on board. It's a truly beautiful, beautiful boat that you need to come and see. So this is her topside lines and superstructure. So she's pinched down into the stern where you've got this large teak-laid bathing platform. The aft sun pad sits on top of a pair of engines, but the detail and attention to finish is beautiful, from the sculpted lines on all of her stainless down to embossed Comitti tags on all the cleats. It's a really high quality leather deck cushions here in cappuccino brown. And they go onto this large C-shaped cockpit area. This bulwark here, this boundary here, is on a lift, so it tips up and there's a canopy system which is powered to give cover to the cockpit. And really unusual, beautiful lines on this wraparound screen. Quite narrow side decks, but they're actually really easily climbed around. And then you've got this beautiful arrow bow. So recessed locker here for the anchor, which is just driving straight through the stem. You've got the horn in there and also electric windlass. Pair of cleats up forward, stainless steel rubbing strips. And then you've got a fixed light which is giving light into the forward cabin in this beautiful, beautiful scimitar-shaped bow section. Big wrap-round smoked screen, so plenty of protection for the cockpit. And as said, she's a big, lazy, open sports cruiser. Helm to the starboard side, all of this wrap-round area right the way around. And actually very, very good storage underneath most seats and in a cockpit lazarette. Underneath the seat there's an isotherm drawer fridge, and then you've got this good sized locker here. She's equipped with a Fusion stereo, that's the loudspeakers to either side of the cockpit. We've got both a black water and grey water tank plumbed in this central lazarette. Over to port is the main switching panel, finished and very well labelled. More electrical switching over to starboard side. Plenty of storage space in there as well for all your gubbins. And there's another small storage locker aft of that. So you've got a good sized helm seat. Because she is built by Comitti, you've got this incredibly good attention to detail. The stitching on the leather, you've got a carbon rimmed wheel. She has the Axius joystick system, DTS throttles, which are the Mercury digital throttle and shift, bow thruster, then a 9-inch Axiom Pro screen, this beautiful steering wheel. VHF is down here, and that's her RCD plate showing category C for 11 people on board. Big wrap-round cockpit, which is where you're going to spend most of your time, but she has a beautifully finished interior as well. So it's open plan with separate heads over on the starboard side. There's an open stair leading forward. It's trimmed out in oak, it's light satin varnish. Then with this cappuccino leather with smart blue piping. So the main table has a Fabergé egg inlaid into the cover and a Fabergé egg inlaid into this beautifully finished tabletop also. So wraparound seating at the forward end with eye-level lockers, concealed lighting, cabinet over to the port side, opening port lights, and here there's a good sized fridge, one of the isotherms, then a locker just for your drinks forward of that, but beautifully finished, really well put together, stunning attention to detail and really high quality stitching on all the leather. So it's a really boutique environment. You've got access down to the bow thruster through that deck hatch. Moving aft, it's the Fusion stereo. There's an open plan double berth tucked underneath here with a couple of opening port lights. Really comfortable. And bilge pump system here, lights. That's the open stair leading up into the cockpit again, with a really nicely panelled oak floor. And then over to the starboard side, you've got this nicely built-in heads compartment with a shower. Basin forward, then a concealed head just sits underneath that box there, and that's your shower. So very much a day weekender. She'd be really comfortable for longer periods at sea, but does it with incredible panache. Real stunner of a boat. So the power plants, which we'll have a look at now, as said, are the Mercury V6s. Engine bay access is just through this motor, which is activated up at the main helm panel. Taken out the aft cushion as well, and there's a storage void underneath there, which has got incredibly good access to her engines, which are set well after she's very quiet underway. They've run around about 85 hours only and were serviced in 2023. They've really had only commissioning hours on them. So there we go, big 6-pot V6s, Mercury engines, 270 horsepower, really nice, light and punchy, but with extremely good telemetry, so plenty of digital information can be brought up and showed at the screen, the SmartCraft screen on the main helm. Batteries are really easily located. It's a really well thought out engine bay, and all finished off to a very high level of attention to detail. Good tank access underneath there, and that is the Comitti badge. So just to recap, this is the Comitti Breva 35. She's called Property of a Lady. She's a 2020 boat and is available through Berthon now. Many thanks for watching.